Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we finished up the Rauh Base, the Rauh Base, however you want to pronounce it. Um, it was a Scorpion River Catacombs and Taylew's Ruined Forge. Yep, we did those two. Catacombs wasn't too bad. The major thing about that catacomb is the little basilisk eye hazard things, little basilisk statues that had those dark eyes that cause death blight when they spot you or within vision range. I mean, they're not that hard to deal with. Yeah, because we utilize Assassin's Gambit's reduced enemy aggro range to basically allow us to bit more freedom in front of those statues because we had to get closer for them to spot us. So that helped out a lot. I guess other than that, it's just some imps, one undead sorcerer, and two mesmer soldiers with a black knight. Yeah. But they weren't that hard, so we actually used one of the ceiling traps to deal with the mesmer soldiers and soften up the black knight before we had to deal with them. So, you take advantage to your surroundings. It'll always help out. But in the catacombs, we picked up another cookbook, which allows us to make the stronger lightning grease. The knight's lightning spear, which is a stronger version of lightning spear, but it is slower to cast. So there's a give and take there. More damage, but slower. So, I mean, it's definitely strong. So don't discount it just because it's a bit slower. But I'll probably jump between Knight's Lightning Spear and regular Lightning Spear. Might have both of them on, but who knows. What else did we grab from the catacombs? There's also the Spirit Ash Black Knight Captain Hugh. It's another Black Knight Spirit Ash, but this time he has a twin blade instead of a shield and hammer, so a bit more offense focused. So now you have a choice. Picked up the Imp Lion Head, which I want to say it does drop from the imps, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'll go and double check, but it was just lying on a corpse, so I think the imps don't drop it. But anyway, also a bunch of glove warts. I'm trying to think what else was in there. I think that was it, really. And at the end was another Death Knight boss. This time he had the long half axe. Not too bad. I mean, we just parried him, so it wasn't that hard. But he gave us his axe and I want to say it's the Cerulean Amber Medallion +3. Yeah, Cerulean Medallion. And here's the Imp Head, the Spear, the Cookbook, and the Knight Captain. Yeah, just a whole bunch of glove warts. Okay. Yeah. And then after that, we went to Taylew's Ruined Forge, where we just picked up a whole bunch of smithing stones. We picked up the discus, smith script, well, whatever you want to call it. Smith script shield, axe, and great hammer. These were in there. Also, one of the golems was kind enough to drop their golem fist, which is another weapon you can get from them. Yeah, but other than these, and also Taylew, like the golem smith ash. He was at the end, so very strong ash if you heal. If you actively heal him. He doesn't have a lot of health compared to the others, but he does have a ton of damage negation. So he can take a beating before he needs healing. Yep. Another ancient smithing stone. Yeah, these smith scripts are okay. This is the real deal. or I don't want to say real deal, but the shield is definitely the better of the Smith script weapons we get from there. Because it has a what's the right word? Cast delay? There's a delay in there, like that it's really good against enemies that like to dodge. Yeah, because enemies tend to dodge on skill activation, but with the Smith Script shield, when you activate it, you'll hurl it up into the air where it hangs for like half a second maybe, before it launches itself at the enemy. And in that time, the enemy would have dodged. When you threw it up in the air, came out of the dodge, and then it gets smacked in the face with the projectile. So it's very good against like NPCs and whatnot. Those probably would be useful coming up, but I decided not to. At least not for this fight. But anyway. Yep. And that was basically it. That's all we did last episode. Catacombs and the Forge. And between episodes, the only thing I really did was upgrade the long half axe. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I upgraded it to +9. I'm not quite ready to commit to +10. It is a good weapon for us, but I'm not quite ready for it. Oh, I also upgraded my strength to 23 with the runes we got. Because I needed 23 strength, the one-handed, the heft axe, this axe. And other than that, I think that was it. Oh, I forgot to upgrade him. We could probably do that after this next fight. I'm gonna need some runes to upgrade him. I do mean to upgrade Ornus here to at least +9, maybe 10, because he's that good. But I forgot to do that. So yeah, that's all I did between episodes. Upgrade weapons, 1 point into strength, and that was it. And for today, hopefully today we'll make Miquella break his rune. Yep. First order of business is actually going to the mausoleum here, because we can get to it from a spirit spring like right over here. I think it's right over here. It's actually like right over there. Actually, I can't really see from here, but it's right over there. It'll hop up to the ledge. You hop up again. You get up there to where the mausoleum's at. So, first order of business, take care of the mausoleum and the NPC fight there. It will be a difficult fight for us right now, because if I read the parameters right, he has the second highest NPC scaling in Shadows of the Erdtree. Second highest only to the Leda fight in the Inner Ilum. So at our current blessing level, it's doable, but he can kill us pretty quickly. So he does use Beast Claw, so he can attack really fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if he, I would say, catch us off guard, or his Ash of War skill will, I think, poise break us if we're not swinging a weapon. And he does have he does have the Beast Roar incantation, the Bear Roar, so he can cover a pretty good chunk of the arena with that. So we got to be careful when he takes out his seal. So yeah, we'll take care of him and hopefully not die too many times. But the plan for him is just to use our great axe here and just kind of poise break him often. Take advantage of our reach and our ability to stagger him, or at least poise break him so he'll flinch. And maybe do the weapon art here and there. But that's the plan. Just poise break them and hope for the best. And then after that, we'll go back to the plateau here. Make our way this way, because there is another red bear right up here in this little lake area. But the other red bear fight we did over here, it was any indication this is going to be an easy fight. Eternal Sleep Pots, Rodham, sleep him again, burn a flame, and just, destroy him. So this shouldn't be too hard. And then after that, we'll come back here and clear out this camp in front of the Shadow Keep. There is a furnace golem here, so it might take a little while. Number of mesmer soldiers, some black knights. There's perfumers up here. So it shouldn't be too difficult. It just might take a little while to cover everything. And then after that, we'll make our way towards Shadow Keep. And on the way, Miquella should break his rune. And then at that point, we have to go back and talk to NPCs, because that's another trigger for them to progress their quest line. Yep. All right. That's the plan for today, so shall we just get to it? Yeah, sure, why not? I think you heard me talk long enough. Sorry about that. I was just checking something real quick. Make sure my settings are still good. And they were. Alright, so here's the Spirit Spring up to the mausoleum. Yeah, there's nothing on that little ledge down there. Maybe some crafting items, but other than that, maybe an animal or two, but there's nothing there. And the only thing up here right now is, again, some crafting materials and the mausoleum fight. Later on, once we burn the sealing tree, we'll be able to grab one of the painting rewards that's up here, but until then, we'll just leave it there. Actually, not a bad idea to skip this until we burn the sealing tree to come back up here, so I don't have 2 trips, but it's here. I want to do it now. Oh. I completely forgot our equipments. We have the heft axe, bow, seal, shield, serpent shield, just cause my, not quite sure what to call it, but it's the festive hood, horned warrior armor, gauntlets, iron gauntlets, scaled greaves. Looking good. Bulgo talismans will have 51 effective poise. We're definitely going to need it in this coming fight here. Sword of Alexander. We may not use our Asher Ward very often in the fight, but we probably will. Two-handed Alex talisman that will be two-handing quite a lot. So this will give us a nice damage boost. And the two-headed turtle talisman is only for this NPC fight. We'll change this out to probably the blue dew talisman. But so for right now, it's there. Flask is green burst hard tier. Fire coils again for the NPC fight. Change this out to the hefty furnace pots when we get to the golem. Crab. Gotta change this. Well, we might use the runes from this fight to upgrade Ornus, but I guess for now, we'll go back to Andreas. And stats. Again, I only upgraded strength by 1 so we can one-hand the heft axe. And spells, Catch Flame, Knight's Lightning Spear, Pest Threads, Aeonia, Vow, and Heal. With Rykard's Great Rune. Alright. I completely forgot about that, so I apologize. But again, let's head down. Alright. Alright, so actually the first order of business is once we get inside, we're actually going to use Pest Threads to cause them to at least to panic roll a little bit. Give us time to cast Scarlet Aeonia, because the NPC can be rotted, but he has to be in the whole thing. So we gotta, make so it's RNG whether if he backs out of it or not. If he doesn't, we'll probably rot him, which will help, but he will most likely back out. So at that point, it's just good damage overall, but I hope we would get him rotted. Yeah, and these other spells probably won't be using. The only real time to use Knight's Lightning Spear would be when he roars. Uses his incantation roar, but I'd rather use that time to kind of heal or top off on our blue. Alright, so this is going to be a difficult fight. You might have to do several tries, depending on how cooperative he is. Alright. So, we'll drink, bow, grab, and let's not embarrass ourselves. Nope, we didn't get it. Don't be greedy. We like it when he doesn't dodge. Yeah, the Ash of War he has is pretty... gives him good hyper armor. It'll hit us multiple times. Just back away. Area on that's a lot bigger than it looks. The name of the game is just poise. When he takes out a seal, you just gotta be a little careful. Ow. Nice. All right. Let me get his red bear claws, fang helm, rivet armor, gauntlets, and greaves. Ooh, that was actually not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, again, name of the game was just to poise break them with our great axe. But again, there would have been, whenever he uses Ash of War, I think when he charges up his strong attack, it might be difficult to break him out of that one. But I know if he does his Ash of War and his Beast Roar, those two, you're probably not going to break him out of the stance. I'm not going to break his poise. Because I think I think it happened in this fight where I go to swing, he does his Ash of War, and he still poises right through the attack. So, yeah. But luckily he cooperated. That's all that matters. He cooperated. But yeah, his Ash of War. The bear claw Ash of War has like a lingering hitbox, so you can get destroyed by that. Actually, I could probably demonstrate it. I think I have the stats for it. Oh yeah. We can also pretend to be a bear. But the Ash of War. Those little wind effects linger for a little bit, so it will multi-hit. Although I don't think it triggers the talisman, but it will multi-hit your enemy. And it does have good hyper armor on it, so keep that in mind. Alright. So let's put our blue dew on. No, we'll change this out to, let's go to lightning. Yeah, I'll stick with the lightning. All right, but before anything, I want to go back to Round Table Hold and upgrade the Divine Bird Warrior Ornis. Hopefully I have enough, but I hope I have enough runes.
I see.
Yes, I'm here for spirit tuning because I forgot to do it between episodes. Although, Captain Hugh is also a good one. I'd rather have the Andreas with his great shield. A bit more tanky. Alright. 8, 9, okay. Let's stick for 9 for right now. I think 9's good. I only have 4 of the Ghost Glove Wards. Still indecisive on my Spirit Ashes I want. But we'll go back to the plateau. Alright. I don't think anybody has anything new to say, but...
We are all utterly captivated by kindly Miquella. It is what binds us together.
Well, okay, there's actually more. Huh. Ask about the Silent Monk.
Oh, that man is known as Dane. He's been in the service of Miquella the Kind longer than I. He might be solemn of cheer, but is a fierce warrior nevertheless. There's no cause for concern. Dane's reluctance to speak to you is no fault of your own. We've been acquainted for quite some time, but even I am yet to hear his voice. Perhaps one day.
Perhaps one day indeed. You have more about him?
Oh, that man is known as Dane. He's been in the service of... He might be solemn of cheer. There's no cause. Dane's reluctance. Okay. We've been acquainted. Perhaps one day.
And about the horn scent? I don't know if this is new.
Wondering about the horn scent, are you? True enough. In any other circumstance, he'd be at our throats. Long ago, Queen Marika commanded Sir Messmer to purge the Tower folk. A cleansing by fire. It's no wonder the horn scent holds the Erdtree in contempt. That aside, man is by nature a creature of conquest. And in this regard, the Tower folk are no different. They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war. But it's still a wretched shame.
Alright, so that wasn't new. I wasn't sure, but once you talked about, they weren't the saint and all that, I recognized it. Alright, but I think the Silent Monk was new, at least for us, for now. Alright. Which means, maybe the others have the new stuff?
Go to the misshapen tree of Umbra, in that forsaken...
Yeah, that's not new. Okay, I don't think never mind. That might have been new because we beat up Dane, but who knows. Alright. Next target is the Great Red Bear. Oop, I need to change out my pots. We need eternal sleep pots for this red bear. 5's probably all I need, but we'll make more just in case. There. Now we should definitely have enough. Alright, let's get Ornis on our bar. Bam. Alright. I think we're good. Well, do I want to add Burno Flame to when he sleeps? He'll be in water, so Knight's Lightning Spear will also do a good number on him. Nah, we'll wing it. We'll wing it. Alright, so that means I probably have to go through at least 1 or 2 of these Black Knights on horseback. Because we need to go here and then here. Which means we probably have to deal with the Black Knights on the hill there. No, we have to go through Mesmer soldiers, actually. Well, you know what? We're gonna take care of this Black Knight on the horseback. Yeah, Knight's Lightning Spear. So powerful. So powerful. Alright. Take care of these Black Knights, so I'll take care of them now so we don't have to deal with them later. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Just regular Mesmer soldiers. How much do our pots do? Not bad. Oh. A slight AoE to our attacks. Love it. Oh. Okay, yeah, let's grab it right now. Here's another night only, what's it called? Larval tier. Only appears at night, so here's another one. I'm not 100% sure of how many there are, but we've gotten a few. We've gotten 5 of them so far. Chunky bear. Very chunky bear. Alright. I don't think there's anything up here besides the bear. Well, we should actually get rid of these bears, just so they don't get in our way. Alright. Our target should be right up here. Gotta keep an eye out on where he is. There he is. Another great red bear. Get another leather crown, Highland attire. Yeah, these we got before. These are like kind of like the alternates to the armor chest piece we got earlier from the other red bear. So, here's the iron rivets. Yeah, wish to be a bear, no more, no less. From Red Bear himself. Perhaps fascination with the untamed strength of the wild stemmed from his past as a red mane. So he was one of Radahn's soldiers who wished to be a bear. Yeah. Hunters of bears. There's no act more glorious than the subjugation of a savage beast. Yeah. Taming of the wilds. Man versus beast. Alright. Okay. I wish it was daytime, but Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. And you know what? We are going to summon Ornus. Because I want to. Alright. Let's do a regular buff routine and then throw some sleep pots. Alright. Oh, let's try to get a sneak up on him. Is that close enough? No. There we go. Hopefully you get rotted. Ow. Alright. Red Bear, Volva, I think it's what his name was. Thank you, Ornus. I know. Ornus was kind of overkill in that fight. I probably could have done it with just the sleep pots and... you know what? We'll stack the deck in our favor and... but anyway. Yeah, he's the only other Great Red Bear. And we got his pelt, which is actually really cool. I don't think it'll work with this armor set, but... it was the pelt that the Red Bear NPC was wearing. If I can find it, there it is. Enhances incantations of what is jokingly called Bear Communion, the Bear Roar one, which I should probably put on. It would be pretty fun to use because I think it does kind of like flinch smaller enemies, and maybe the Black Knight as well, but I doubt it. But yeah, this untreated hide, one at the end of a bloody bout, is just a thing to make a wild bear out of a warrior. I wish I could call it a bloody bout, but. See if it... okay, it doesn't really do what I want, but... actually, if we put on... this might be... yeah, there it goes. You know what? I kind of like it. Though I need more lights, but hold on. I think that'll work. Yeah, like a subtle gold. You got the red. We'll take it. We'll take it. Wasn't expecting to change out our equipment midway through, but we are heavy load. We don't need... oh, I need the Arsenal Charm. Okay, well, whatever. We'll put the Arsenal Charm on. I want to be a red bear. Yes, I do like the pelt helmet. Although I rather have it with the Freya's armor. We won't get that till the end of the game, so it's trade-off, I guess. Trade-off. All right. I don't think there's anything else up here except more bears. Will not die to a regular bear. I am the Great Red Bear. All bears must bow to me. Down there's the cave to the Rauh Base. Got more bears. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else up here. More bears. I had enough bears. Some tanky bears too. Some sunflowers. And that's probably the way, poison little area to the Rauh Base. Bears, go away. You're not worth fighting. Fine. Oh, you're gonna back off now? Yeah, I thought so. You saw the red pelt, didn't you? Technically in combat still. I think this. All right. I think there's. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. Nothing else besides the red bear. Okay. Fine by me. Ow. Really? Did not realize him laying down or going back on all fours did damage. Alright, so that's the camp. Big guy's on the move. Yeah, I went too far. Didn't mean to activate him yet, but actually might be a good time to focus him. Change weapon real quick. Let's get our mace. Maybe we can aggro just him, but no, that's gonna be dangerous. Let's take care of Mr. Black Knight. Come on, Black Knight. Why? I should just beat him up. Really? Just beat him up. Making it more difficult than it had to be. Alright. So can I get the Furnace Golem's attention without everyone else? That is the question. Or are you just going to sit there and spam your fires? You're just going to sit there and spam fire, aren't you? Aren't you? Alright, so if you're going to come this way, come this way. I need to get you away from the soldiers. Did he like not see me or something? I wanted to jump. Off. Jump again. Oh, I was too close. Fall down one more time. Thought I was. Run to the side and throw a furnace pot. Almost got him. We actually might beat him up before we get knocked down again. Go. Crimson Burst, Dry Tear, and a Furnace Visage. Yeah, alright. Yeah, the Crimson Burst Dry Tear is Crimson Burst, but for everyone else, not for you. It'll heal your allies around you for the 7 HP per second, but not you. So whether how good it is questionable. All right, I won't be using it, but it's there if you want. All right. Well, it was a little touch and go there for a moment, especially when I was a bit too close for his little jumping smash. To be honest, I'd rather reset the camp just so I can at least show where all the enemies are. Excuse me. Yeah, because once we take down the Furnace Golem, he won't respawn, so it makes this little area much safer, I would say. Because he's like a big hazard for the area. You know what? We'll reset the camp, and we'll just come back and just kill everything again. Change out when we throw in our bear incantation for giggles. Right here. Don't really need catch flame. They're mostly resistant to fire anyway. Alright. Nope. And heal. Although, do I want? It's still a really good heal. And it's cheaper. And you just throw it at the ground. Nah. I know Erdtree heal is basically a full heal, so we're good. Alright. Actually, it'd be a good test to see if whether the bear roar of Regulia, as they call it, if that'll flinch the Black Knights. I don't think it will, but it's a good test. All right. Let's clear out Black Knights again. Thank you. Grab these embers while we're here. All right, first Black Knight. It's daytime, so it's hard to... They'll see us from a greater distance. Thank you. Out here. Thank you. I always expect to trade when I do that. Blink burst. Or the blink axe, or the blink bolt. Blah. Getting all my words all tangled up. All right. Gentlemen, may we pass? I guess that's a no. He did the Ash of War item. So he's a bit tougher for like 40 seconds. Oops. Wham. I love that. I love this Ash of War. I like how you can turn on the dime in the air. It's really nice. Really nice. All right, camp. You know what? Come on, Ornus. I forgot to change out my pots. But. All right, so for the camp, we'll go this way, left, and then right. All right. Oh, there's a... We're going to need that. Shadow Tree Fragment. Which I think is enough for another upgrade. Yep. So we can upgrade to level 11. Just be careful. Thank you. Come on, Ornus. Keep up. High-ranking tent. No, I don't think there's anything in these tents that the furnace golem breaks. Nothing will show up. So don't worry about him breaking any of this. There's nothing there. At least not that I'm aware of. So most of these tents are going to be empty. But I just want to double check. There, Ornus, you get him. Get him. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should have used Moog's Rune if I was going to do spirit summons. I think it does boost their, or it gives them the ability to bleed. No, never mind. I'm thinking all wrong. It does give them the Lord of Blood's Exaltation effect. And it does allow us, they do grant us health on kill. Yeah. So that's a good way of trying it. I thought there'd be more soldiers in this little camp. actually quite empty, which is weird. Yeah, the other camp in front of Ensis, I think, had more soldiers than this. Oh, here we go. I see some more soldiers and knights. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Hey, and it's raining. Mesmer Grease. Yes, we want it to rain. Some of our main damage dealing stuff is lightning, so yay! More rain equals more lightning damage. And Mesmer soldiers and Black Knights are already weak to lightning, so now they're even more weak to lightning. Oops. Getting caught on trees. Alright, so camp part number 2. Oh, you have a great bow. Okay. You know what? You're public enemy number 1. Alright, Ornus, I need you. There you go. Rawr. Alright, so it actually did flinch you, though I don't think you were attacking, so it only flinched him on the first hit. So that's actually good to know. But again, he wasn't attacking, so I bet if he was attacking, he would have gotten a bit more poised, which would probably make it weaker, or less likely to stance break him. Not stance break, poise break. I gotta remember there's a difference. Poise break is when they flinch. Stance break is when that ding sounds plays and you can get a critical on them. Rawr! I am bear, hear me roar. God. It won't stagger the Divine Warriors. I don't think it'll stagger the Fire Knights either. Ow. I did not realize there was another guy there. Battlefield Priest's Cookbook. Gives us the ability to craft Golden Vow. Yep, the item form this time. Yep. Blessed Bone Shards and Shadow Flower. Yep. Invitation serves as a rite that honors the comrades who placed their faith in the distant Ur-Tree and gave their lives in the crusade. I'm pretty sure it's the same amount that the Ash of War version gives. Like it's the like 10 or 12% attack boost, 7% for the damage negation. It's not as strong as the incantation itself, but it's still decent. Since it's an item form, you don't need faith to cast it. And you don't need to put it on a weapon either, so. Alright. So that man camp's done. We'll go up this way first. Thank you. Alright. I can roar too. Oh, but you knocked me out of it. Okay. Just goes to show you gotta be careful when the enemy attacks, because they like to get extra poise. As you saw, he just kind of poised through Ornus' attack there. Yep, we get our own versions of Golden Vow. Won't be using them, but it's good to have in our back pocket. Actually, how much FP does it use? 30 FP. And how much does the incantation use? I think it's like 45. 47, okay. 30% off. Not bad. Alright, so a bunch more soldiers. He's probably gonna have a crossbow. Yep. Ah. Aha! I can poise too. Ornus, I love you. And there's his Blessing of America. Yep, and he guarantees to drop the Black Steel Twin Blade. And he also dropped Great Arrows. Okay. Yeah, that Black Knight is guaranteed to drop that first time you kill him. So I don't think, I'm pretty sure none of the other Twin Blade guys drop it. I think he's the only source. So, but we will be using that. We'll be putting that to use in the Shadow Keep. Alright. So that clears out this little area. Alright, so we gotta go back down, across. Then we'll head up the Shadow, or head towards the Shadow Keep anyway. Alright. Check this. Did I check this out? Alright, yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Alright, so the other side should have some more soldiers and perfumers, if I remember right. That had the cookbook. Get off here. What's this? Free money is free. We'll head this way. Try not to get too close. Alright. Perfumers. Alright. Just do not underestimate perfumers. They are pretty dangerous in the... Well, don't let them attack, I should say. Rauh? Rauh. Alright. Sunflowers, sure. Miranda powder, okay. I think there's a perfume bottle up here somewhere. I think it might be up top. Ember. Let's keep climbing. Actually, come here, Ornis. There we go. So yeah, this video might go a bit longer than usual. Just want to clear out this camp and then get to Shadow Keep. At least get the first grace inside. We probably won't stick there. We won't stay there for sure. But Rar? Rar. Rar. Oh, there's another guy in here. I did not know about this guy. Alright, number 6. Actually, it's, it should be up here. I hear a scarab. Oh, there it is. Really? I thought there would be a perfume bottle up here. Unless I missed it. Get some light in here. Alright, so there's no chests in here. No, okay. We can't enter this one. Okay. I honestly thought there was a perfume bottle up here, unless I missed it. No, I don't see one. That's interesting. All we need is I should have paid attention to see what kind it was. Pulling Sparks, Ash of War. It used to be busted in that you could one-shot enemy bosses with that thing, but they kind of fixed it so it doesn't do as much damage as it used to. Alright. I have to, let me just double check this area. Make sure I'm not missing it, because I'm almost positive there's a perfume bottle somewhere. No chests. I could already hear some of you saying, why aren't you using the lamp instead of the glowstones? Well, because I don't want to use the lamp. Besides, I think the glowstones are much brighter. Alright. Alright, I thought there was a perfume bottle up here. I guess there's not. Oh well. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. But I'll double check just to make sure later. But right now, let's get to have Miquella break the rune. Service was appreciated, Ornis. Somewhere, a great rune has broken. And so too has a powerful charm. Yep. So now all the NPCs that were friendly to us, the charm over them has broken. Excuse me. And actually, now that I think about it, let's not go into Shadowkeep, because that'll probably progress Letta and Horn Scent. And I need to talk to them first. So we're not going to go into the Shadowkeep. I wish I could, but I'm not going to. Alright, the last thing we have to do is right out here. There should be some soldiers. Just some basic foot soldiers. Furnace Keeper's note. Presumably by a Furnace Keeper containing admonitions regarding the furnace's proper use. Keep fire pots well clear when the golem's furnace is ablaze, and never let me catch you with pots that produce flaming whirlwinds, for goodness sake. Yeah. Yep. Basically, if you throw a fire pot or a hefty fire pot or a furnace fire pot or a furnace pot, yeah, will basically overcharge the flame, causing like an explosion, like you saw earlier in the episode, doing a good chunk of damage. Visage. All right. It's another furnace visage. Furnace visage. All right, I think that's everything. Okie dokie. I think that's everything. Oop. It's probably just material. I thought I saw an interact. Okay, I thought I saw an interact, but alright. I want to double check, but I'm pretty sure one of these common foot soldiers up here has a chance to drop Furnace Visage. I don't know which one, but I'm pretty sure it's one of them. One of these I just killed. I'm pretty sure one of them drops the Furnace Visage. It is a low chance drop, like 4% or something like that. It is pretty low, but it is a renewable source. So I will go back to the Paran files, double check. But if I'm right, that's awesome. One of these guys has furnace visages that you can grab, so we can be a little bit more liberal with our hefty furnace pots. Oh, nope. I don't know why you did that. So if that's true, awesome. Actually, you know what? Let me check what's over here. I don't think there's anything over here, but I just wanted to look. There's some wildlife, maybe some craftables, some fruit. Alright, yep. I don't see anything. There's some wildlife and some crafting materials. Alright. Alright. And with that, I'm going to call an episode right here, right outside Shadow Keep. So again, I don't want to go in there just yet, because I'm pretty sure once I get in there, Hornsent's going to move, and Letta's going to do something crazy. And before I do any of that, I want to go back and talk to the NPCs. So that's probably the first thing we do next episode. Let's go NPC talking. Yeah, we'll go NPC talking. But yeah. Oh, anyway. Yep. That's it. Made some progress today. Actually a lot, actually. Well, not really a lot, but we did make progress. First thing we did was took on the mausoleum with a red bear in it. And he actually cooperated. He can be pretty annoying if the RNG is not in your favor. But our strategy was basically get Great Axe and poise break him whenever we could. Just watch. The only two things we really had to watch out for was his Ash of War attack and his Bear Roar. Those are the only really two things you really have to watch out for. His Ash of War, it will multi-hit and it will chunk your health really quickly. The most dangerous part of that is that he has extra poise through that attack, so you're not really gonna knock him out of it. You have a little bit before he starts, or you have a little bit at the start of the attack to kind of get out of it, but yeah, and his beast and his Bear Roar covers a good chunk of the arena. You just gotta once he takes out a seal, you just gotta try to keep your distance and react quick enough, or hope he doesn't cast it in the middle of the arena, because you'll have like very little room to dodge out or get out of range. But yeah, so just break his poise. I did try to rot him, but I didn't quite. He got out of the AoE long enough. One full cast will rot him, but if we miss a tick or two, it won't trigger. So didn't get this time, but we did get him on the main blast, which did a good chunk of his health, so that's good. And then he dropped his bear claws and his armor, the rivet armor and the fang helm, which isn't really a helmet. It's kind of like a circuit. It's like a headband with little red mane teeth coming out of it. Excuse me. But and then after that, we went and took on Great Red Bear Reduvia. Oh, Ralva. I mean, not Reduvia. Ralva. Great Red Bear Ralva. And we slept him. Eternal Sleep Pots. Get the rot off, sleep pot again, and then just chuck lightning spears at him. He was in water, so it did do the AoE splash damage for a little bit extra damage. So, awesome. So he wasn't too hard. I think he maybe got one attack off. One maybe. But yeah, he wasn't too hard. And he gave us his pelt, which is really cool. I really do like it. And it turned out it's actually not that bad on the clean rot armor. Nope. Actually, does the alternate look a little better? Nah. Gotta have the little waist things. But anyway, yep. And after the red bear, we took care of a furnace golem who almost got us killed. But luckily, we beat him up. And he dropped the Crimson Burst Dry Tier, which is a Crimson Burst tier, but for your allies. Which is okay. They have so much HP that it's not really going to make a difference. So, woohoo. Instead of a flat, I know it does a flat, 7 HP a second for 3 minutes. Instead of doing a flat 7, it should have been a flat, 2% HP maybe. A percentage base instead of a flat base. I mean, it's okay if you're using other players, in other a cooperative setting with other players. just because their health pool is significantly smaller than the NPCs and Spirit Ashes at this point. But for Spirit Ashes and NPCs, especially in the Shadow Erdtree, 7 HP per second is nothing when they have, health pools in the tens of thousands. So, again, I would have gone with like a percentage base heal instead of a flat heal. But I'm just the backseat gamer, so don't listen to me. And after that, we cleared out the camp in front of Shadow Keep. Yeah, this whole thing full of some Black Knights, Mesmer soldiers, some perfumers, and then there was some foot soldiers back up here. Yep. Now the only two significant things were the Blacksteel Twin Blades, which is a guaranteed drop from one of the knights up there, and the Rolling Sparks Ash of War that dropped from a Flying Scarab. So those were the two big rewards. The other one was probably the cookbook that gave us the Golden Vow item, consumable. So, which we won't use, but it's there if you need it. Yep, and that was it. I did think of stepping into Shadowkeep to get the first grace, so I don't have to go through all this again. But now that I think about it, once we get in there, it'll probably cause NPCs to move, and I don't want to do that just yet. So yeah. Next episode will be NPC talking for probably half of it, because we got to talk to Hornsent, Letta, Moore, Ansbach, and Tholier. I think that's all of them. Yeah. And we have to make a decision with Moore. Moore is the decision time at this point. Whether we help him out so he survives long enough for the Letta fight, or do we tell him to be sad and have him die early so we don't have to deal with him in the fight? So, but he is a pain in the butt in the fight, but he is doable. I'll probably do what I did in my first playthrough and have everyone there at the fight. We'll have Freya, we'll have Ansbach, Tholier, Moore, Dane, Letta. We'll have them all there, but I will do Ansbach's and Tholier's quest line, so they'll be on our side. And I will do Hornsent's, so where he'll show up as an invader in front of Romina. So he won't be in the Letta fight, but I will help him in the next encounter. So, yep. Yep, and after we talk to the NPCs, we'll go back down to Bonnie Village. We'll back to this grace and go this way. And so we'll get to the Cathedral of Manus Batir, and then we'll start Emir's quest line. Yeah, do a little bit of that, and then once we get as far as his quest line will allow us, then we'll go into the keep. And it keeps, I don't know how I'm going to do the keep, because there's 2 entrances, and it's, I'd rather do all of it, but to be honest, I'd rather push off some of it. I don't know. We'll see when we get to it. But that is for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.